Okay, hi. So this is the second part of the beginner and returning player tips. I've seen already some comments in YouTube down below and also some pings on Discord. And I think it's time for the second part to answer more questions. So the first thing is how to socket a rune or like make a rune word. We already talked about it in the first video, at least a little bit. But so when you have a 2-socket item, for example, like this helm, and you have your both runes, then you just put it in the right order, hopefully, and make the rune word. And if you're not sure like what the order is exactly, then you go into your journal. Let's filter this really quick. I want to craft Scholar, Earth, and then Zal. And then you put in Earth and then Zal. It doesn't matter like where you click on it, because it will arrange on itself. And then you have your rune word. And this also works with any other item. So you can just hover over it and put the rune in it. Just that only the non-stats white or gray items will change into a rune word. So the next thing is additive damage, attack rating, and ignore target defense, and what defense does. And I hope I can explain it to you guys, like you all can understand it, because it's kind of tricky. So first let's start with the calculation itself. So in the Hero Siege roadmap, they added the attack rating and defense calculation down below. So AR is attacker's attack rating, which is probably the player in most cases. Then A level is attacker level, DR is defender level, and defender's defense, and DR level is defender level. So that's the calculation, but then you have to also add like, where is it, target defense, because you have like a percentage that you ignore the target's defense. And what is defense? So defense is not anymore like that you block a certain amount of damage. Now it's you have the chance to not get hit by the enemy. Okay? So for example, I have 100% ignore target defense, which will like help me to hit the enemy 100% like more likely. And all you really have to know is that when your attack rating is high, then your chance to hit an enemy is also high. But your level also gets in this calculation. So when you are like level 10 and the monster is level 100, then you won't likely, or most likely won't hit it, because the monster's level is way above you. Yeah. Then the additive skill damage is also something that confuses player. So additive damage only works on, I call it attacker abilities, and not on spellcaster abilities. I already mentioned that in my Marauder's Guide, which looks like this. Here. Does additive damage work on traps? Because traps are spellcaster abilities. No, additive damage only works on abilities that scale with attack speed for attacker builds. For example, X additive for heavy buffs heavy ball, but not chain trap. So let us check the Viking. Viking has like 1 point in charge and 1 point in seismic slam. Seismic slam scales with 148% attack damage, of that attack damage right here, and does 52 arcane damage. The additive damage down here scales flat on top of that. So when I cast this seismic slam, I do 17.5k or 41k when I crit, 16k, 75k, something around that. But I don't have any skill percentage skill damage increase, which is the one you want for faster cast rate, so spellcaster abilities. So this one deals 39 arcane damage. And even though I have arcane additive, I only did 39. So keep in mind that when you have like a spellcaster or something with the faster cast rate tag, it only scales with the percentage skill damage, while additive is for attack speed abilities, something that has a attack speed tag. Okay, then there's this next thing about angelic keys and augments. So in Hero Siege 1 we had like the angelic keys already, but when we went to the X6 town and talked to St. Peter, we were able to put like an ability on our weapon. That's no more. Now we have like augments that we can put on our armor. So when you find the angelic key, you go to that town, go left, and put it in. Now I rolled Whirlwind. Augment Whirlwind level 1. Which does augmented skill increases damage and increased size. I will link down below the Hero Siege roadmap, which is kinda outdated, so the description doesn't really work for that anymore. But here's like a full list of augmentations. The Exo is missing, which is the new class. But for your interest, the Exo augments are Black Hole, which is damage and increased size, Asteroids, damage and increased speed, I believe, and Solar Flare, which increases the speed and damage as well. Okay, but how do you get angelic keys? So that's the next thing. You have to kill specific monsters, and the monsters look like this. That's a fallen angel monster, and I believe only those will drop angelic keys. So if you find the monster with that aura, with that modifier, they can drop angelic keys. Alright. Then how does Magic Find work? So Magic Find is very simple compared to Hero Siege 1. Here. So Magic Find now works like you have 300% Magic Find, and the item drop chance is like 1 in 5,000. Then the result will be 4 in 5,000. You can see here like the process of what happens when you like want to trigger a drop, and when you start a drop. The whole process is like listed here, and you will also find it in the roadmap, which I will link. Oh. Okay. Then do people in your lobby give you more magic finds? And the answer is no. You won't get any more magic find with more people in your lobby. The only thing that will change is that the monsters will have more HP and maybe, I'm not sure about that, but deal more damage. But I'm sure about the HP thing. Then you already have seen probably the satanic zone symbol while you were farming, which looks like this. So that's a satanic zone, and the satanic zone has like I think 100 or 150 hidden increased magic find. So if you want to farm the satanic zones, you have like on top of your, let's say, 300 magic finds, another 100 or 150 magic finds, but it won't show on your stat page. And also the satanic zone will change every hour, I believe, so you will see different zones, which is also good because they added in the last patch. When you go into your items tab in your journal, let's say we want weapons. Is there like any listed weapon already? Okay, weapons doesn't work, but shield. So let's say you have your satanic zone in Act 2, Zone 4. Then you have on top of the increased magic find chance, a boosted chance to drop the Shield of Abyss. Because the zones that are listed here have like a better chance to drop those specific heroics. So if you want to farm specific heroics, they are not locked to a specific zone, but they have a boosted chance there. Okay, and the last thing is cosmetics. So how do you check your cosmetics? You go on the shop icon, then you can have, check your Steam inventory and filter, and then just equip it. That's a fast one, but I've seen people ask for that as well. Same with like season rewards. If you played earlier seasons and want to equip your season rewards, which doesn't work right now at the time of the video, but I hope they fix it later. And also you can access like all your other stuff like interface or your skins, wings and clothes.